It's an Oscar question, but totally, it's not. Just have to. I'm only asked because
I'll listen to it.
I was asked.
Yeah, Will Smith was willing to hear the question about that topic towards the end of his interview with the Associated Press.
Okay.
See, this by one of the greatest actors of all
it?
time.
You ain't been
You know what I'm
starting the whole
saying?
interview. Now,
hey,
now all of a sudden you can't
because you give me that look, man. You give me.
And Will has our ears perking up in the opening tracks of his new album, based on a true story.
You better keep his wife's name out of your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I'm going to.
Well, Intro Barbershop Day has that and more coming out of the mouths of several voices in the opening skit.
I heard he won the Oscar, but he had to give it back.
And you know they only made him do that because he's black.
So that's weird for Will to include because that's not true. He didn't have to give the Oscar back. And to suggest that he got a raw end of the deal because of his race, he got banned from the ceremony for 10 years. Not ousted from the Academy, nope. Just banned from the ceremony for 10 years. That's not that big of a punishment.
Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
Now Will brings up the topic again in the second track, You Looking at Me?
Won't stop my still hot even though I won't get nominated.
Actually, he can still be nominated during a 10-year ban. He can't attend, but yeah, he can still be nominated. Now Will might be saying, there's no chance that people will, vote for him to be nominated, given the circumstances. But yeah, let's cross that bridge once you have a worthy, performance, Will, over these next 10 years. Because we're 3 years in, and yeah, so far nothing. Like, Bad Boys, Ride or Die, you're not robbed of an Oscar nomination, Will.
With the band and everything, are you looking to appeal, or are you just looking to ride everything out and just continue to do you?
I am looking to be the best human I can possibly be, and I'm gonna take what I get with that.
Now this Oscars talk comes after there's a nod to it in the Beautiful Scars music video that Will released last month with Big Sean.
There's only one you truly regret. Well, maybe two, but we're not gonna focus on that one.
I said then, given the narrative of that video, that's all about Will regretting turning down The Matrix. Yeah, they had to acknowledge the Oscar slap, because if they hadn't, people would have been like...
That's messed up.
Now in terms of the actual music, no, I'm not surprised that, yeah, there's references here, but the references aren't even about actually hitting Chris Rock. They're about the consequences that Will... had to endure afterwards, but two of the consequences that he says aren't true. So it's kind of weird.
And I ain't never gonna forgive him for that stuff he did.
Yeah, what do you think of the mentions of the Oscars in Will's new music on his new album based on a true story?
It really is the result of my initial self-examination.